Are you 45 years or older? Come closer. The second most common reason for death for both men and women is colorectal cancer. The colon and rectum are the longest parts of the large intestine, all the way to the anus. Everyone, welcome back to Jumi's MedGems Clinic. Today's topic might not be the most glamorous, but it's super important. I'm talking about colon and rectal cancer. And I'm going to say it again. It is called colorectal cancer. I said it twice for emphasis. So this long guy right here, the colon, is part of your gut that helps you to digest your food. Your large intestine is part of the recycling center for your body. So it takes whatever is left after your amazing digestive system works its magic, and well, it gets rid of it. However, sometimes abnormal cells can start to grow too fast in this area and turn into colon or rectal cancer. It's like a small coalition gone wrong in your plumbing system. This information is crucial because colorectal cancer is the second most common reason for rest in peace among men and women worldwide. And that's not cool. That's why getting checked early is crucial, and I'm here to shed some light on things and give you information that will help. So, let's talk about the risk factors. The number one and biggest risk factor is age. Yes, age is a huge risk factor. Older age means older cells. And these cells are prone to problems when cells are dividing in the body. So according to the American Cancer Society, anyone over 45 years of age should get screened. Number two, the use of alcohol, smoking, tobacco, cigarettes, your diet too, and obesity, which just means being overweight. All of these are very important. You are what you eat, what you put in your body, what you smoke, what you drink. All of this affects your life. And it also affects your health at the same time. You know, studies about the relationship between being overweight and the higher risk of developing colon cancer, especially in men, is very compelling. And you may want to look into that. That's number two. So number three risk factor is race. So some ethnicity and gender have more risk factor. For example, the black people, American Indians, even young Hispanics, they get more diagnosed and die more from colorectal cancer than the other races, especially the male gender. Number four, familial or hereditary risk factor. So compared to the risk factor level in the general population, you are more likely to get colon cancer or rectal cancer if someone in your family has already had it. Your relative risk level increases when a first-line family member has had any kind of cancer, not just colorectal cancer. So even younger folks, if you're not up to 45 years old, should not ignore any warning signs. If you already have a first relative who was diagnosed with colon cancer or a large polyp growth in the large intestine, you should get a colonoscopy or get screened. If you yourself have had a large evolving polyp in your rectum or in your colon on a previous colonoscopy and it was not removed, you are at higher risk because it continues to grow. So you can say, what is a polyp, right? And that brings us to number five. A polyp is an extra cell. It grows in or on an internal organ. And because polyps are made of cells that grow in an unusual manner and divide quickly, just like cancer cells, they can turn into cancer. Polyps usually don't do any harm, but over time, some of them can grow larger, bigger, more dangerous, and turn into cancer, and they will spread. The sixth risk factor is called inflammatory bowel disease. It is noted to have pain. You know, those people will have diarrhea, they could have rectal bleed, they could have tiredness or even lose weight without trying to. So having IBD may adversely affect the lining of the colon and the rectum, and it allows cancerous cells to grow from unwanted cells that are spread out there. So let me stop right there because going by the list I provided already, now just tell me who is not at risk. And that is not all encompassing. It means everyone is at risk, or almost everyone. Let's talk about the signs and the symptoms because the body is pretty good at talking to you. There might be subtle signs like persistent changes in your bathroom habits and routine, like if you're having trouble going, if you are cramps, stomach cramps, stomach ache, pain in the stomach that will not go away. If you're having diarrhea, constipation intermittently in and out and you're treating it, it's not going away. Or if you keep thinking that your bowels don't empty all the way after going to the restroom. Or if you're losing weight, like I said, and you can't understand why. Or you went to the restroom, you wiped and the tissue is red or bloody, this can be signs that something is wrong. So you might actually not notice any of this until the party is already going strong. And this is why it's so important to get checked early. It's like calling a tow truck before your car really breaks down. Remember, this signs doesn't mean you automatically have cancer, okay? But it is best to get checked out by your doctor. Now, let's talk about the fun part. Well, it may not be fun, but it's important as well. So you can look for this unwanted guest in a number of ways. The most popular option, the most popular way that people go by is a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is the big kahuna where a doctor takes a peek inside your colon with a special camera. It's kind of like a high-tech detective going into your insides. It looks for things like tissues that are swollen, polyps, like I said earlier, or cancer in the colon and the rectum. Colonoscopy is the most popular because it is the only way to check for colorectal cancer that can find a polyp and remove that polyp at the same time before it grows into a cancer. The other testing you can do is called double contrast enema. So it is a special x-ray that uses liquid contrast to look through the colon. Even though it's not the most enjoyable, it gets the job done. It can tell, when something is actually growing that shouldn't be growing in your colon. Another test is called flexible sigmoidoscopy, and this checks the lower part of the colon. It's kind of shorter than the colonoscopy, but it gets the job done as well. You can also do a test at home. This test is called fecal immunochemical test, FIT for short, and it's the easiest to do. You can do it at home. All you have to do is do your thing and put a strip, and if it detects blood, then you get to talk to your doctor. Before I go on though, remember that this video is for information purposes only and should not be substituted for professional medical advice in any way. If you have any questions or if you have worries about your health, you should always talk to a licensed doctor. Talk to your doctor about which test is right for you in this case, because early detection is key to beating this thing. Let's talk about treatment. If your test finds something suspicious, there are different ways to treat the colon cancer or the colorectal cancer, such as surgery, radiation, radio frequency, there is ablation. They can freeze it, actually freezing, or chemotherapy, there is targeted therapy, there are immunotherapy, and a few other kind of treatments. All of these are some of the treatments that can be used. So if you catch it early, you have a better chance of getting rid of that rogue for good. Well, there you have it. So what are you waiting for? Now that you have this information, you know that prevention is always better than cure. If you are 45 or older, talk to your doctor now about getting screened for colon cancer. It is an important step to maintaining a healthy and a happy you. Always keep in mind that information is power, and taking charge of your health is the most superb thing you can ever do. So get yourself checked out, get yourself screened, get informed, and keep your colon happy. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this information to help other people. For more medical mysteries cracked wide open, I would like to see you on my next video at Jumi's MedGems Clinic. Thank you for your time and continue to share the information.